The best prep player in the nation and a lock to be the top pick in this summer's NBA draft. Now LeBron James is fighting just to finish his high school season, considering an appeal and possible lawsuit after he was ruled ineligible Friday for accepting 2 retro sports jerseys valued at a combined $845 for free from an Akron clothing store. The decision by the Ohio High School Athletic Association as it currently stands means James' high school career is over. Now, James can appeal, but that appeal would not be heard until February 13th. Claire Mascaro is the association's commissioner.
I was naturally disappointed for LeBron, whether he was not aware of the bylaw or why he would accept gifts. Evidently, he was not aware of it. I can't, but it was disappointing to see that he did indeed accept gifts of that value, which is in violation of the bylaw. My ruling is immediate, and also because when he accepted a gift, he became ineligible, and that was on January 25th. So therefore, when he played on January 26th, they would have to forfeit that victory.
The Ohio Athletic Association rule on amateur status states an amateur loses his or her amateur status by capitalizing on athletic fame by receiving money or gifts of monetary value. Now, on Monday, Mascaro cleared James for accepting a $50,000 Hummer from his mother after she provided loan information to support that purchase. We bring in now Bob Holtzman, who is in Akron, Ohio. And Bob, there's certainly much at stake here, not just for LeBron James, but for his school as well, St. Vincent St. Mary of Akron. What has been happening there tonight?
Yeah, there's a lot at stake for everybody. First thing, of course, is no word from LeBron James so far here tonight, but there have been plenty of words from the people here in Akron, many of whom are upset. They feel that this punishment is far too severe for what LeBron James did. Now, those people who aren't upset with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, most of them blame the media, including James's high school coach, Drew Joyce.
What you guys have created in him, putting him on this pedestal, allowed someone to entice him. I can say that. I'm not going to make a decision for him. I have no, I've never, made a decision for LeBron as far as what's he going to do with the rest of his life. When the time comes, he has a group of which I am a part. We'll all sit down, we'll talk about it, and the decision will be made.
At this point, the St. Vincent St. Mary basketball team is the #1 team in the nation, according to the USA Today poll. Obviously, that will be changing when they forfeit the win from last Sunday. That will become their first loss of the season, obviously dropping them from #1. Steve?
So, Bob, how does this affect the team and the interest in the program? I mean, there's no way that anybody over there can't be affected by all of this.
Yeah, it's interesting because they still have a very intriguing schedule. Not only do they play again this Sunday in a rivalry game here against Canton-McKinley High School, big rivalry in this area, the next 2 weekends they take trips to Trenton, New Jersey next Saturday, and then the following Sunday down to Dayton, Ohio for a big tournament down there. A lot of tickets sold in both cities already. A lot of people with the expectations when they bought those tickets, they were going to see LeBron James. Obviously now this throws a lot of questions into the equation. Will they still play in those tournaments? Obviously at this point they probably will. Will people ask for refunds? Who knows at this point?
Okay, Bob Holtzman reporting from Akron, Ohio. Bob, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Giving them direction. This has become an absolute circus and an absolute joke. If it's only involving the jerseys and nothing else, I hope and pray that he can give them back and that they would only give him a suspension and then allow him to finish his high school eligibility. But I say shame on you to all those people that were part of him getting a Hummer and the whole deal, because I thought that was a no-no. Everybody's afraid to look LeBron James in the eye and say, son, you must be a teenager and not act like you're acting, and there'll be no Hummer, and there'll be no gifts. But nobody will do that because they're all afraid, because they all want to be part of the big pop that's going to be there come the end of March, and they all want a piece of it. I don't know where the thinking was. Oh, sure, LeBron came in and said, oh, I want the Hummer, man, and everybody jumps because nobody wants to say no to him. Nobody has the guts to look him in the eye and say no. And I only hope and pray he gets good people around him, or we'll be talking about somebody that maybe could have been and would have been and should have been. But I think there's also a jealous element, I think there's an anti-element toward the kid because nobody likes to see people on top of the mountain. They want to knock them down. Duke gets up on top, people want to knock them down. The Yankees are up on top, people want to knock them down. You become a superstar, whatever you do in life, people want to knock you down.
LeBron James' mother, Gloria, told reporters Friday, quote, "None of us was even notified by the OHSAA that an investigation was underway, much less permitted to provide any information. We do not understand how this could be considered a fair process."